Hello everybody and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. Today we are on Heartbreak Hill, a map that we really do not see enough of, and we are with two legends in the 1v1 scene. Mr. X Factor playing Armada and his opponent InDaClub. Both players have started in the exact same position here, and just a note of this map, the metal is a lot lower than normal. Normally we see 2s on the metal points, but on this map all the metal points are 1.7. So what that means is you're generally going to see less vehicles, more bots, due to bots taking up less metal, and also mostly due to the terrain. I mean, look how many hills there are, and if there was an actual scout for me to click the button on, I would, but you can see vehicles on this map would not go very well at all, with the exception of you could get some great flanks coming down here, but yeah, well, both players have started bots obviously, and InDaClub has gone Cortex today. Now the position here, see, this map is kind of one of those things where if you would see this, you would think, oh, right, that's a cliff. I can't pass it. I can't walk up that. I've got to go like all the way around here. No. As a bot player, you can walk up this. Well, that kind of looks like you can't because there's like tiny bits of red, but no. You will see right now, this guy goes straight up this hill. So it is a little bit slow to walk up it, but you can walk up it. Now, what this means is that if you lose this hill, it's pretty much game over. If your enemy gets plasma units on this, your base is gone. There is no way you're getting this back. Fighting up that hill, it is quite a steep hill. Fighting up that hill is not going to be fun. And yeah, so what we can see is both players have done a similar sort of start here. Getting the radar tower on that high ground gives them plenty of vision. And then cons are, well, I was expecting X Factor to follow the same suit, but InDaClub's doing something we expect to see, who is con is going to move like this and then go up here. Whether it moves this way and builds stuff or goes this way, it's yet to be seen. Actually, we've viewed it, clicked him, and we can see, yeah, so his Connor's going to go around this way, and then he's building stuff there. Reason for that is if he builds an LLT there, and like here, you might need 2 there, he can pretty much secure this back area pretty safely and not have to worry about it. And we probably, yeah, we start to see here this con here doing the same. Now, InDaClub has a slightly different build queue than X Factor. We can see that we had one con go that way, then he's gone there, wind, and then this other one is going to expand south. Whereas X Factor is actually just keeping his commander in base in order to build that wind, and all of the cons that he's built has been expansion cons, but he's only built 2 cons, so he does have more combat units on the field, and we can see that in army value here. So InDaClub playing very defensively at the moment due to the lack of units. Now I would argue that grunts kind of have the advantage when it comes to defensive play. Due to fighting at their range, they kind of just fall back a bit and just keep fighting. If well microed, technically, and this is a big technically a grunt should win. But with the movement buff of the pawn, a pawn can kind of close range with a grunt now. Grunt's range has been reduced a bit as well. It's now 215, 180 for the pawn. So the kind of area for that sweet spot is very, very hard to manage. And we can see that X Factor has now kind of built 2 additional cons here to try and speed up the process a little bit. And losing this area down here is quite problematic because it's difficult to get back. If InDaClub is able to control this kind of line and stop him expanding, Xfactor is losing out on a lot of metal extractors. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 metal extractors. So if he can contest this and stop his opponent going down there, that's a lot of metal to lose. Oh, we actually see him building armed metal extractors here in the intention of trying to delay any raiding going on the top. That's InDaClub. There is a gap. Probably needs to build an LLT there to stop anything getting through, but still enough. Oh, and interesting. So InDaClub was trying to bottleneck this kind of side here, and when there was the gap, Xfactor, rather than kind of contesting that army, has just pushed straight through and is going to just deal as much damage as possible. Now, InDaClub has decided not to push into this triple LLT, which makes a lot of sense, but due to the time it's taken to do that, there is plenty of forces here able to defend. And this will be 2 expansion cons killed by Xfactor here. And not only that, but this forward army also obliterated. And with both players being bots, it's not, you know, not that difficult to get some res bots out. There was already one actually over here. 330 metal and 141 there. It's a lot of metal on the field. And army value now, due to losing that army, is drastically shifted. 20% army value to Xfactor. And some of that army that was harassing earlier on actually survived. When it comes to expansion, though, InDaClub is ahead. Only just, though. And that was purely down to the army that was kept here, stopping this double con expanding. Now that that's gone, we'll see how far that goes, and see how well these exploiters hold up. They do their job. This exploiter is almost dead, but it was enough to stop that attack. But to be able to raid this close to your opponent's base does not bode well for InDaClub. Oh, he's actually moved his factory. He's moved his factory and has transitioned into vehicles. Wow, that's a ballsy move there. He needs to keep this resbot alive then, really. Now, vehicles are a lot quicker, and if he is planning to just make a direct beeline across the map, then fair enough, but if he has to send any forces to defend this huge attack that's about to take place along the top side here, InDaClub is in danger, as we have 21 pawns and grunts combined on this north side against a very low health exploiter, an LLT and another exploiter. This top side is gonna fall, and the incisors you can see here really struggling to get there in time. Self-destruct on the exploiter. Oh, what a well-timed self-destruct. Manages to take out a huge chunk of that army. Tremendous play by InDaClub, and that has completely stopped that raid. Very, very well timed. And you can see how drastically that's changed the tides of war. Xfactor was 20% army value ahead, and with that one self-destruct and army loss, now everything is even again. That exploiter definitely paid for itself. These incisors, though, get caught out And now everything is back to 0. I don't know if I feel like this vehicle play was the right play. I mean, incisors do trade favorably into pawns. They're like a 2-to-1 kind of thing, but it's only on flat ground. There's a lot of not flat ground here. Incisors now managing to do some damage, but these are not going to get anywhere further. And again, look how big this group is. 26 pawns and grunts moving along the bottom side. These cons need to get some form of defense up, because surely InDaClub can see this coming. He can. And he's rushing to build some LLTs out here with that build power. He doesn't really want to lose all of those cons. It's just enough LLTs and forces there to kind of make him think twice, but there is a big gap. This is quite a big gap here. InDaClub is trying to just build a slow line of LLTs. Xfactor now, though, moving to contest. He is aware that the commander is in the middle. And I think these LLTs will go up quick enough. Question is Xfactor going to just de-gun them? Nope. He is not contesting that at all. He's going to leave that be. Oh, but a potential problem here. Incisors roll up just in time. And the incisors managing to hold the line. 723 worth of metal now in this central position. And I'm surprised he's not reclaiming any of this or resing it, to be honest with you. Just letting it sit there for a rainy day. Also, no building of exploiters along this bottom side, even though he's getting constantly raided this way. And this is a big group of units now positioned in the middle. 29 units for Xfactor to the 33 units of InDaClub. InDaClub with pretty good map control at the moment. But to be fair, if he does lose this middle ground, Xfactor kind of has more mexes tapped at the moment. Only just, it's very close. As you can see, only 2% difference. Xfactor's com attempts a D-gun there. It's a bit of a precarious position here for InDaClub's army. It can't really retreat because it's going to go straight back into LLTs. Turns to fight instead, and now moving into maces. I don't think this army is going to get much value here. It can't move down the hill. He is trying to make it run straight away, but these maces can just move straight down the hill and block. And there's LLTs here already as well. I mean, they managed to get a single metal extractor there, but for sacking your entire army. And as you can see here, the resbots are already here. 1.3k metal. Xfactor is building a line of LLTs to stop that reclaim getting, like, taken at all. Now, some incisors have managed to make it through. And whittling down a few wins here. Was it worth the 1k metal? No, probably not. It has given InDaClub some vision of the base, though, which we hear he is planning on using for bombers. Did he see? He did not see the energy converters. Okay. You see the energy storage? Nope. Bombers on the way in. Scouts not going with the bombers. Now this could hurt in the X Factor quite a bit. Huge amount of energy destroyed. Scouts still do not arrive anywhere near in time though. Will they get the energy converters? We've selected them. This one probably will by the looks of it. Drop your bombs, drop your bombs. That'll be enough. And the energy converters go boom. And now look at all these red numbers as X Factor loses the majority of his energy production. Shuriken's here as well, just slowly grabbing a few little guys at a time. Not enough to really write home about, but this is looking difficult for X Factor. It's not game over yet. 2k metal in this section. InDaClub has no way of claiming any of that metal though. No build power to grab any of the metal. I'm still not sure if vehicles were the right choice here. You just see them getting absolutely obliterated by these maces. But this is where the magic will happen. These incisors, look at the sheer quantity of incisors. 16 incisors going to make their way barreling down to X Factor's base. He is aware that they're there. And rather than defend, it looks like X Factor is just going in on this central position. He needs to defend it. How far can these incisors get though? That's the question. Oh, deciding to turn around. Nowhere is the answer. Meanwhile, more and more metal is just going into the bank of X Factor. Metal produced though, he is still behind for metal produced. Mostly it seems because rezzing the units is his endeavor here, not actually eating all the metal. Finally, we see some res bots from InDaClub. And I would argue that the problem is now is a mass of forces. InDaClub, it doesn't really have a large quantity of forces in a single place anymore. This north side is starting to pull res bots directly behind it, are rezzing anything of InDaClub's that falls. There are plenty of LOTs on this north side, but InDaClub is energy stalling right now. And InDaClub not really able to make a break at all now. He is doing well. Economy points to him having the advantage at the moment. But even though he, bombed his opponent's energy into oblivion, X Factor still currently has more energy production than his opponent. See, LLT has been drastically thrown up along this bottom side. Will it be enough though, as all these forces just slowly making their way in? And these three cons here are now going to get killed. And some of the expansion that InDaClub had is now going to be gone. Oh, but this is where the game happens. Tech 2 for InDaClub. He drastically needs more energy though. The question is, can InDaClub hold out? He's trying to heavily pressure X Factor's comm, but at the same time, InDaClub comm getting pressured as well. Both players falling back their forces. Pounders make it extremely difficult for things to push in here. But again, Reclaim going to X Factor. But even with all this Reclaim going to X Factor, he's not pulling back. He's still such a number behind. 36 metal advantage now, so you would think that that difference would add up, but army value has now switched over to X Factor's side, but that's kind of what you expect, considering, you know, his opponent has gone Tech 2 now. And Zars into Fugs. Oh, this is a big push from X Factor. To be fair, Zars maybe an interesting choice though. When you think about it, there's quite a lot of choking here with this section here and this section here. So the Zar only has to shoot basically in the middle, and it's going to take out half the army. And X Factor is not really raiding any of the flanks anymore, but Pounder's doing tremendous work at just keeping those maces in place. Reclaim really could do with getting eaten up though before they just waste all their shots. LT gone. 3.5k medal. InDaClub not using his commander. And here comes the Tsar. Instantly, X Factor knows he needs to spread his forces out. He cannot keep them there. You can see he's just spread his forces north and south. He is not even contesting that Tsar. But all these are just going to run straight at the commander. X Factor does degun the Tiger. And is amassing Banshees now to deal with the Tsar, it looks like. Or as Noah Vale seems to think, to go for the commander. Oh, big problems though is that run by is happening here, managing to deal some damage. InDaClub doesn't really have anything to stop this and is losing a lot of his forces. This Tsar may end up just dying due to no support. You can just see these few guys getting around. InDaClub has been struggling with energy. He does have a fusion now, so that's probably not really going to be a problem. But still, losing quite a lot of his wins here. And he did have very good control of the game, but he's lost it quite a bit now. Gonna lose a lot of build power. Oh, actually, his build power might just eat up all of the incisors. And it does. But still, he lost a lot of E there. If it wasn't for having this fusion up, he would be in big trouble. Lucky for him, he does. And here come a ridiculous amount of Banshees. InDaClub needs the cloak. He's trying to move it within range of the LLTs, but he doesn't have the energy to walk cloak, and that will be it.
Commander has fallen.
InDaClub with a pretty strong hand, but
Battle ended.
Due to not having any air, loses the match, and it just shows that even if you are behind, all that matters is the commander, and if you finish off the commander, that's it. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.